Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Diva Dee in Detroit. Now I am Diva Dee Worldwide. Hey, come on and join me for just a few minutes. We gonna laugh and we gonna love. What you saying, Diva Dee? Yeah, this is what we saying. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord. All ye lands, serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord is God. It is he that has made us. There it is right there. That's the key right there. It is he that made us. Don't think you making yourself. This is God's world, and we just here passing through. So just for a few little minutes, I want you to stay in and stay tuned to the Diva Dee Worldwide. Diva Dee out. Oh, no, I'm not. Come on back, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whatever time zone you are in. This is the Diva Dee Worldwide show. I am your host, Diva Dee. Whatever time zone you are watching, I want you just to stay with me for a few minutes. My brothers and sisters, my kings and my queens. And I have one of my guest hosts with me this morning, Mr. Sandman. What's up?
Hey, good morning, Diva Dee. Good morning, world. It's your man, the one only Mr. Sam, 44 man. Oh, this weather was.
I know.
And to call Glenn and them and tell Glenn, I said, he's like, you still doing your show? I was like, hell no, I'm not about to do my show. It's snowing, it's icy. And then Sonya called a few hours later and said, Sam, man, you don't know, baby, stay at home. It's been kind of rough for the past week.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get me. I'm gonna get you.
Oh,
this is the no cussing show.
I didn't cuss, did it?
Yeah.
Did I slip?
Well, no, those words ain't in the Bible.
I'm trying to keep it real. But good Sunday to everybody out there. Welcome to the Diva Dee live show right here on vidradio.net. I'm trying my best, y'all. I didn't do my show this week, but I came on here to give her some support. And, this is the first show I've done since my birthday, dear.
All right.
Thank you, Miss April.
Get this now.
What?
It's going to blow her mind.
What?
It's going to blow her mind. You ready?
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
What?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sandman. Happy birthday to you.
Around the world, ladies and gentlemen, Miss April. Thank you, baby. Thank you very much.
That was more of a treat for me than it was for you.
So what's been going on, ladies and gentlemen?
She's been waiting.
248-429-7224 is the number that you want to give us a call. Miss Diva Dee gave me, look.
Wait. What? That's, nope. Not yet. Okay,
we got a surprise that you ain't seen yet, but you're going to be surprised about what I thought it was.
Right. I have some good mornings to do. Good morning to my sponsors, my florist, Goodness Graces Incorporated, 313-92 Grace. Kelly Jones is the proprietor. Her address is 2244 Helen Street in Detroit, and that's near Bella. For the people that don't live, East Side. Good morning, Ms. Lisa Franca on Warriors on Wheels. You may contact her for anything during the week, Monday through Friday, 11 to 2, 313-251-5777. Leave a message. Good morning, Candy Davis. Candy Coated Kicks. She's at 29551 Greenfield, Suite 104. You may reach her if you want some your kicks, your shoes, your jimmies decked out at 313-778-1066. Good morning, Metro Detroit APRI. Good morning, Mr. John Griffin. He is my friend. Watch
out now. It's a Sunday show.
That's right. He's at Suburban Cadillac in Plymouth. His number is.
I'm glad people can't see my face.
I am too. I swear. Starting soon, I'm going to have Facebook, and I'm just going to flip that camera to get to her so they can see what we see. 734-943-1715. You can reach him, and he can set you up with a nice Cadillac. Good morning, Flora Francine Chancellor in the Indian Oak Rehabilitation Center in Kaleen, Texas. Good morning, everyone there. And I have some birthdays. We're celebrating Mr. Sandman birthday on...
You know it, baby!
on last
56.
week. And that was Wednesday. On Wednesday, he turned 56. 56. Good morning, Miss April.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. I just need to let you know that based on some issues that we're having with the wonderful platform called YouTube, that the people can go on YouTube and look up Glenn Cannon, GlenCannon, and the shows will be posted on Glenn Cannon's YouTube page as our CEO, as wonderful as he is, battles with the YouTube environment. And we're also recommending, because we pay for that platform, or Event Radio pays for that platform, that we begin to endorse Mixcloud, Mixcloud, because they allow us to play our music how we want it, when we want it, where we want it, and they don't censor our comments. So we're asking everybody to try it. Go on Mixcloud and try it. I promise you, it's an internationally based application. It's free to the participants, and you will thoroughly like it. Peruse through and see the various shows. You can even be in your car and listen to it in your car. And so,
and you ain't got to watch us being shade covered by some other network that's sitting back. You should be appreciative. You're unappreciative. Oh, it's a Sunday show.
Sunday show.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right now. We are on there right now. I am looking at the show right now. We are on there. So y'all check us out. Diva Dee Worldwide.
So we're not right now being viewed on YouTube the regular way?
We're not being viewed on our regular YouTube station because of some disputes that are being unfairly given to Vent Radio and Empower Sunday.
Okay.
And I just think that we're just a good entity, and people just jealous that we're doing great and mighty things.
All right.
They trying to bring us down.
Right. Stop picking on us. Y'all ain't picking on Joe Rogan.
But
so stop picking on
we're
us.
Defeated folk.
Help us, Jesus.
We have victory.
Okay.
So.
Diva.
We're going to cut off his mic.
Jesus. No. Jesus going to help us, because Miss D going to get out here and twerk for him.
and I got some stuff here.
Before we go to your stuff is there, good morning, and I want to say happy birthday to Leslie King. Today is her birthday.
Happy birthday, dear.
And this is her new book. Oh, my goodness. Let me get this on the camera.
When Angels Fight.
Yes. She was my guest. She came down from Grand Rapids. And this tells the story of her escaping sex trafficking and leading a revolt against the darkness. She was a prostitute on the street. And she got out of that world, and now she saves other prostitutes.
Okay.
And she has a safe house in Grand Rapids. So today is her birthday. I wanted to give a shout out to her birthday.
Shout out to you. Happy birthday, baby, from us at Vent Radio and Diva Dee.
Right. All right. And I also have I want to mention Dr. Mary's book that's current, and we'll be having a new book soon, and that's Destined to Win. And that's with 17 different authors. And we have I have Dr. Z coming on this morning, and that's Slaves of the Tongue. He gives us how to be fit. Okay, all right, Miss April. All right. Doggone it. Good morning, Mr. Ken Gaines.
He will show us how to be fit. Yes, he will. I promise you.
Oh, Lord.
He will show us how to be fit.
We just told
And
him
if-
that this is a Sunday show, Miss
I'm
April.
just saying. And if you
Yeah, that's right.
can't
You
be-
told me to keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
And if he can't show you how to be fit, shame on
Yes.
Who is that? This man. He's taking our breath away.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm 56 now. I ain't young buck. I know what's up.
You feel it, don't you? You feel it.
He's just Dr. Z. That's
He's
all.
just
All
Dr.
right,
Z.
Dr. Z.
Okay.
Need to check you out from A to Z.
Okay. And I want to say good morning to my TikTok family. Good morning to my Facebook family. They not seeing me right now, but good morning to them anyway. Good morning to my Finny. And I want to say good morning to Mr. Ken. He sent a package for me and Miss April. And and Miss April has a container, and it has G's nuts in it. And the birthday boy.
Can I raise it up now?
Yeah, the birthday boy. He has some nuts too.
Yeah, I got a jar full of nuts, and I thought it was weed. I really
On
did.
the Power
I was
Sunday.
like, wait a minute, brown. It looked like the Chronic, but I really see what it is. But yeah, me and my wife gonna love that. I might make. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have my wife to make a pecan pie.
Out of that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
she likes pecan pie, and I'm gonna give her this. I'm like, baby, make us a pecan pie. Yes,
Right.
thank you very much.
Gee.
Jeez, baby.
And this morning, I'm enjoying Ken's nuts.
All right, girl.
You got them Ken's nuts in your mouth, Miss April.
I'm enjoying Ken's nuts.
Nope. Okay. Well, Mr. Sandman, what did you were going to take a trip and all the snow canceled? your trip?
Yeah. I was headed towards Memphis, and the day before we was going to take the trip, it was snowing, it was ice, it was rain, it was sleet, and I just
Call back. Okay.
I just couldn't risk that, because it wasn't just snow that was coming from like Canada and hitting us up, and there wasn't nothing going on down south. It was going on down south too, coming up this way.
Right.
So I was gonna go through sleet, and then I was talking to people in Cincinnati. It was like it's icy, and I just didn't want to take that travel. So yeah, I did stay here. So
Okay.
I mean, I did save a little few dollars. Which I had to lose going to the store. Girl, do you know how the groceries? Look,
Well, before you do your groceries and your list, what about you got some shout outs and some good mornings?
oh,
do?
to my people around the world.
You got people.
Yeah.
And what happened? All right.
This is why y'all didn't see me this week, ladies and gentlemen, because of the simple fact that we really had a real bad storm that was going on up here in Detroit.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, baby, go ahead.
Dr. Z is on the line.
Have mercy.
Who is?
Dr. Z is on
Oh,
the
he's
line.
on the line. We got him. Oh, yeah, there he is.
I had to interrupt you for a moment.
Go ahead, baby. He's
'Cause
the most
Dr. Z
important
is on the
person right
line.
now.
And I'm sorry, Sandman. I said happy birthday to you. I even sung to you.
Yes.
But Dr. Z is on the line.
How you doing, Doc?
I'm good, brother. How about you?
Okay.
Good morning, Dr. Z.
Good morning. Good morning. It's great to see you all.
Oh, good to see you. And I wish we could have got you on just about 2 minutes ago. Miss April sung happy birthday. Ain't
Oh,
it?
mercy.
I know, right? Isn't it your birthday, Dr. Z?
Yeah,
Today is your birthday?
He had a birthday last week.
Yeah, I had one on February the 5th.
That's
Oh,
right.
the 5th, okay.
Yes. Dr. Z had a birthday.
I have to sing something special to him, and that's a private conversation.
You about to sing to him, Diva?
That's a private conversation. What I'm gonna sing to Dr. Z. How about that?
Did Did you?
Help it, Jesus. How you doing, man? Did you have a good birthday?
Oh, yes. Really enjoyed myself. I got a chance to, have a couple of days without any schedule, and that was really great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm sure if you asked for a happy birthday song, maybe she'll go ahead and do it.
She clearing her throat.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
go.
Hold
Miss
on.
April, you sing, would you mind singing the song?
Oh.
Dr. Z asked me to sing. Excuse me. I got kids' nuts in my mouth.
Yeah.
Hey,
We got a fresh new batch of kids.
Woo-wee. Y'all is too hot for me. Boy.
The Diva Dee Worldwide show.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Z. Happy birthday to you.
Woo!
Now, what do you do? Do you get at the Grammy or the Oscar? Because I'm trying to determine that right now.
EGOT.
She sung for me too,
Yes. That's what
but she
EGOT.
gave us a top notch, so I'm glad with that.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you, player.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss April. That was beautiful.
Look at that big old smile.
You're most welcome, Dr. Z.
She went all soft. Did you notice that? All right. Okay, Dr. Z, what's going on in your world?
What's going on in my world is just, keeping people healthy and, just staying on top of the latest and the greatest. It's just a continual thing, through life. We're still, as far as people together, speaking of our people as a culture, we are making some headway into progress, making better choices. And we have other activists and leaders that are speaking more seriously about, the things that they do and what they want and what they want to be. And I like the change. It's a very slow change. However, we're making some change.
Doctor, Mr. Sam 44 man here.
Yes.
You talking that knowledge and you talking that I love on my show. But
thank you.
we are slow, but we're seeing a lot of disparities, injustices, inequalities, like the officer that shot this young man getting 2 years. You got the judge sitting back disrespecting the parents right there in front and crying and coming down to hug this woman and saying, have sympathy for this officer that did this. And it was like no compassion for us. Nothing seems to be compassionate for us as Black America.
Yeah, that's because we still live under the premise of things from the past. As long as we still relate to Negro, colored person, nigger, Afro-American, all of those things are to keep us. There's no other person or no other people that are kept in a group that's constantly divided, constantly severed from the mainstream of society than the Black man. And we continue doing it because we have to take that responsibility, and that is to make better decisions. We're treated like the way that we're being accepted to, or we're looking to be accepted to get along with a system that wasn't built for us. So to them, like to see a Black man die or to be shot or to go through all of any atrocity isn't a big thing because they feel that, that's exactly what they expected. they expected black people to be slaves forever. That for us to be free is still, something that doesn't sit well with a lot of white people. And that's why we continue going through what we go through, because the laws are created to oppress us.
Now, Diva Dee, she's a Piston fan. She always down at the Piston game. Are you a sports fan?
Yes.
What did you think about that Duncan 3-point game last night? Did you think that it was a show for mainstream America to showcase and put us in a circulation of, look, just like it used to be in the past where we got this nigga here, he's strong, we got this nigga here, he's fast, and it put a lot of pressure on them young cats, and then the older guys that, started the game, broke into the game. Do you think that was a lot more pressure to put on these young men to see all those white people that we didn't see? Because the whole show was oriented like we ran it, but we knew who was sitting in the backgrounds that they had the lights off behind.
Right. Yeah. It's the same thing. It's the same old thing over and over. It's, like when it comes down to, like, entertainment has always been in the forefront when it comes to the relationship of white people and black people. I mean, even the days where, even the hangings that were, just horrible, of course, but people used to, come out with their lunch baskets and their food and barbecue, and the whole family would enjoy seeing, a brother being hanged.
That's why we turned it from picnic to cookout.
Yeah, exactly.
See? And people don't even know these histories.
And you have like professors, like people, PhDs and other scientists that they actually argue the fact that, picnic never existed. Picnic it comes from it's like a French origin, I think. That's what they argue. And only the black professors that, the ones that feel that they know that, that never existed. However, Pickaninny did exist. The Pickaninny in Chicago, the great migration. Pickaninny was just, alive and well, but you mean that nobody actually coined that, or white people didn't coin that? So there's still a lot of information that isn't, people just don't know. Ignorance. It's called agnotology, by the way. Agnotology is just the study of ignorance, and that's exactly from basketball to tap dancing or whatever else it is, because we're super talented. But when it comes to making the decisions for us to move up as original people, we continue in that circle to keep us where we are.
What type of diets is you work with a lot of stars and basketball people in Hollywood? How are their diet different from just us regular people? And because they're working 12, 16 hours, do you have a lot more work to do with them?
It's just like the difference between, like just regular folk and some of the celebrities is that they do, some of them work long hours, especially like vocalists. Like I'm working with Raphael Sadiq now, and he, along with most of the artists and vocalists, they have the kind of hours that, when they're thinking the regular way is just to eat a lot. When I worked with Stevie Wonder, I worked with Stevie Wonder for years, and his habits, he would eat while he was working, drink and eat, drink and eat, drink and eat. So we always had pounds and stuff that we had to work off, because he would gain weight, and then we were back in that vicious circle. But like an artist like Raphael Sadiq, another great vocalist, it's the belief system. Religion and food is such a tight link there,
Right.
because the food that people choose to eat has so much to do with the what they believe in, the religion that they believe in.
Right.
Food is religion.
Exactly. Exactly. Because anything that you do is based upon food. If you're
Yeah.
happy, if you're sad,
Yeah.
when you have a birthday, you have an anniversary, you have a promotion, whatever it is, a heartbreak. Girl, let's go get something to eat. And then
What's that food that you eat when you hit the lottery? Powerball.
we don't know those people yet.
Yeah, yeah. Most people, the more, I think the more, if a person, it really gets down to making a decision, because even when people get a lot of money, when they do hit, that big number, or when they do get some kind of windfall, it appears that they don't get any healthier if they don't have that in their minds initially.
Right.
Because money doesn't do anything but amplify. So if a person is a knucklehead before they had the money, they're just going to be a bigger knucklehead when they get the money.
Right.
And it's just that, so it would be great if money would make us more responsible to our health. But a lot of people, they negate that altogether.
Right. Now, the new thing around Detroit and whatever is Cmos. I know me and you talked about that before. But I think it was me and your personal conversation that we was talking about. Hey, and every Cmos. Tell us about Cmos.
Cmos is just a seaweed. It's also originally called Irish moss, but they're interchangeable. There's different types. It is it's pretty much a seaweed. You can you don't have to go deep sea diving for it. It's something that people eat that live on different islands. People in different Aruba and Belize and the different islands, St. Thomas and so forth. They eat it in certain meals, like they fry it, they break it up and use it in soups. It's not something that is, or I found that there's no research anywhere, not a shred of research that shows that it has all of the minerals that they're claiming to have in it, like the trace minerals that we're talking about: cobalt, zinc, copper, potassium, phosphorus, and so forth. Those things may have traces of it, but as far as it being superfood, which superfoods are these foods that have the vitamins and minerals, protein, carbohydrates, and the essential fatty acids. But it's not a superfood, but it's made by it's made very popular by Dr. Sebi, and many people today they follow what Dr. Sebi had a following. It's like, it's more like most people, especially black men that are in nutrition, they have people that believe in them. If you notice that, like with Dr. Sebi, when he spoke, he always said, I can make it right, or I can cure that, or I know how. So he put it all on himself instead of saying that the things that he would suggest would do that, like the herbs, the properties of different foods and so forth. So although in saying all that, like, I'm still grateful for Dr. Sebi's exposure to people to get them to be this interested in health, because before he was on the scene, you didn't have that kind of focus on, let me take care of my body, let me watch what I eat. So although there's a lot of things that I certainly don't agree with because they're not scientifically tight when it comes to his theories, but nevertheless, I'm glad that so many people would still be eating ribs and fried chicken and all the the regular soul food stuff if it weren't for him.
Okay.
Doctor, do you think that the diet that our ancestors were endured to have to ingest plays a pinnacle point in part in the life generation of us as people? I mean, we were eating the chitlins, we were eating whatever they didn't want to eat. And do you think that that became genetic, generational, or how do you think that we have such a very bad health condition amongst the African American people and the black people in America?
Well, I think it's eating is habitual, of course, and along with that habit comes the environment in which one lives in. If you look at Africa, let's go to Nigeria, and let's go to the largest city in Nigeria, Lagos, and there is all kinds of. If you go to the open market, there's bush animals, there's porcupines, there's wild boars, there's anything that's moving. The Africans or Nigerians will kill it. They say clean it out, but they kill it and make it sellable. They use it in all types of meals, different sandwiches, all types of cuisine. And they continue to thrive. They continue to, deal with the common thing now is, high blood pressure and diabetes, and all of those things are accepted because they found a way to make some money with that. So they actually monetize eating these different animals of the bush, the bush animals. The same thing happens over here in Detroit and Chicago, Cincinnati, so forth. We still eat soul food because, again, it's a part of the environment, as it were. And it's our new norm. It's no big thing. If you tell a person to stop eating soul food or how bad soul food is, they get an attitude.
You're right. We got a problem.
Fight.
What you talking about?
Man,
No
you
green.
better get out of my face with that. So it's one of those things, and that's why it moves very, very slowly. Like black women, for instance, right now is leading. They're leading within obesity and being overweight. 80%. The 8 out of every 10 women, black women, are obese or overweight, and that is a reality. And so that means that it is everywhere we look, and this is also because of the environment. We got people that are making money off of twerking for Jesus, So,
don't say that now too loud.
so it's not a big thing. It's really crazy. It really seems to be crazy, but it is civilized for most people. People actually, I can't get past the idea that like something can be killed. It actually is murder. There's a difference between killed and murder, but something that the life can be taken from that, and then it'll be cut up in such a way to keep a person from thinking about how it was killed in the first place. For instance, hamburger or steak is cut in a certain way to make it look like it's presentable and it matches up with what's on the billboards and in the commercials. Right. Whereas like in Africa, in the Philippines, in Australia, and other places, especially like China, if they roast a pig, you can see that the pig was roasted and is split in the middle. You can see they cook it with everything on it. They cook dogs. They barbecue camel. They killed the whole camel. All of this stuff is on YouTube, by the way, and you can also research it. It's right there, right within a click away. They also, I saw a giraffe that was barbecued. What? So people will eat anything, and when I say anything, I mean anything. Except I just haven't seen them eat stool. I haven't seen anybody that goes.
Christopher Columbus.
But they'll eat
Christopher
anything
Columbus,
else.
when he crossed over here and discovered America, he had to do that. Christopher Columbus. That was Christopher Columbus that had to do that practice. He had to feed the crew that because they didn't have no food and they couldn't fish. So, yeah, it was done.
Yeah, they stole everything from the indigenous people, and the thing that if we get on that, man, that dude right there. I was so glad to hear people wake up and find out that you're not supporting Columbus Day, because this guy, he's talking about murder. They almost made so-called the people in America's extinct. And that's what they were going for. And it's a lot of stories like that, But when it comes down to food, I bet you the stories that were told about history, they were all over a big plate of food.
Yeah.
And so, Dr. Z, the body mass index, do you think that is incorrect for African Americans? Because if I go by my height, my weight should be between 110 and 115 pounds. I've been that weight before, and I didn't like it.
Right. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got a great point. That stuff is created for European women. They didn't make that for the sister with the small waist and the big hips. They made these things to appease the European society. And there are many things like that different studies even that continue to go on, like especially clinical trials that don't even include black people in it. It's just how that particular thing works for white people, because it's not designed to work for black people. And the other thing about when they have something that says like your ideal body weight, or if your body mass index and those kinds of things, it still doesn't speak to the discipline and the decision that a person has to make in order to be healthy. Like I work in bariatric medicine, and that's obesity every day, all day. And most people, they don't want to change. I mean, well, I give them more credit than that. People do want to change, but just don't change them. So when we have these tools and the politics that go behind them, especially like if you're talking about body mass index, that stuff is so political that it's just, it's criminal. Because without the body mass index is a part of the calculation that's also used in insurance companies to either okay insurance to get surgery or to deny it. So it's a big mess when it comes to medicine, just like it is in all the genres of. Chris Rock said it better than what I'm saying now. Chris Rock said that behind every successful business in America, there was a successful crime.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Give your credentials for the listening audience, Dr. Z.
Okay, I have a ND, PhD, and I have a MPH. So I have 2 doctorates. One is in the human nutrition, and I have an ND in naturopathic medicine. I have a MPH is a Master's of Public Health, and a whole lot of certificates that mean nothing to me, but they're part of working. I work in the genre of bariatric medicine. I am a director, and I have a lot of initials after my name, but again, they don't mean anything to me if I can't help my people. And I use those, of course, you get that, so people will say, oh, well, he knows what he's talking about.
Right,
but
right.
when it comes to it, we have a lot of people with a lot of initials after their name, and they like, it's terrible because they're just entertainment. They're not, think about breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The people that have really imposed that, or those people that really got everybody going to that beat, are all employers. So the food that we eat is all about, or the times that we eat is created or produced by those people that have employees.
Right.
So you eat in the morning so that you'll have enough strength to work until the afternoon, and then you have this thing called lunch to eat just enough for you to get back home to eat that large meal and go to sleep on it.
Yes, you are absolutely right. And most people, doctor, don't really eat like that, because me, myself, I may not eat a breakfast. I may eat lunch and then eat dinner. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that concept of having to have breakfast, having to have lunch, having to have dinner makes a lot of sense, because if you are an employer of food and people that sell that food, you want these people to come in as much as possible.
Right. Exactly.
Leading to obesity, heart disease, and everything. Look like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, all these fast food entities have created wealth. But let me ask you a question, and I'm glad that you said what you said. How do you feel about this mandate situation with an additional corona variant is being presented, but everybody is saying, I don't want to do that. I want to go to the bar. I can't throw up in my mask. I want to do what I want to do. Do you think it's prevalent for us to be doing this right now? Because white America, they want their cruises, they want to go out to eat, they want to throw up all over the place, and they want to say, I had a great time. But with these masks, it's been protests.
Help, Miss April. Help.
I'm
Miss
just saying.
April. Roll them in.
Tell me, doctor, what's your opinion? What do you think, man?
Man, I agree with you so much, man. It's like, isn't it? It's a damn shame.
It's a Sunday show now. Hey, I'll bring it out. Go ahead, doctor. Tell us. You the professional here.
Man, I'm telling you, you're so on it, because it's like
Yes,
when
sir.
you're talking about the pandemic, and then out of all of the people that were dying, out of all the people that had all of these different types of signs that they were sick from whatever, because they didn't know, but is what we hear most of all, and what has been emphasized is that I can't get into the bar.
Right, exactly.
I need to get to, and then
we go out to eat every Friday night.
Yeah, and people were actually associating eating from a restaurant as a source of feeding their families. Like, who's going to feed us? We're going to starve. The restaurants are closed. Where are these people?
And look who got invented: DoorDash, Uber
Ridiculous.
Eats. Everybody start getting money.
Yeah. So they're going to continue with the variants. Because variants are infinite. It's just going to keep, because they're mutation after mutation, until they're satisfied with. They're playing $1 trillion game. Trillion. It used to be billions of dollars, and we like, remember, especially they were supposed to, when we were talking about, when reparations were, on the table, and it seems like we were getting some kind of traction. And one of the things that we kept hearing back from Washington is there's no way that we could get that kind of money, because it would actually bankrupt the country. But here comes a pandemic, and they come up with $1 trillion like they got it in the club.
Thank you.
That's ridiculous. And a lot of people are still afraid. A lot of people are still, frightened from day to day about something that is not been told transparently. Some people are, they have the same mentality that they had before the pandemic. So, like if a person has like comorbidities, and that is a comorbidity is an additional sickness to your main complaint. So like if you have heart disease, you can also have, other problems with vertigo, or you might have problems with high blood pressure or so forth. So many people, and most of the people that were sick in America had comorbidities. So those people, even if today we started with today and we say, okay, what we got left from all the people that have died, which have been over 500 million people so far. Now, when we look at that, we look at people with sarcoidosis, you have people with diabetes, kidney disease, anything that you can name, it comes with something else, but that is connected to partially connected to our habits of not doing any exercises, our habits of eating damn near anything, anytime, any amount, and not resting properly. They're real simple, but you didn't hear anybody say, like the leader say, look, make sure that you eat the right things. Make sure that you exercise. Exercise is the #1 booster of your immune system.
Right.
And your immune system does 3 important things. It seeks out, it identifies, and it destroys. And they didn't talk about that. I heard a little bit about immune system here and there, but most people don't even know what they're listening to.
Dr. Z, two things. I see all those credentials, and there should be 2 more credentials added to the end of all of your credentials.
Oh, Lord.
And it should be A and F. Awesomely fine.
Oh my God.
Man, this is the best show on the planet.
We kind of disoriented over here. We disgruntled over here. But we lovable.
And so I have a friend that, since you talked about you talked about the bariatric, that you handle those cases. And so I have a friend that just received the sleeve.
Yeah.
Do you recommend the sleeve? And at what condition do you have to be to recommend the sleeve?
Well, a sleeve is actually one of the more extreme procedures, because when you give a person a sleeve, that means that you're going to remove part of their stomach, and that is not reversible. Whereas you have other surgeries, such as the lap band surgery, the duodenal switch, Foley pouch, all of those are to some degree, they're reversible, because you can make a modification to allow more food in the fundus, which is the top part of the stomach. And as long as the stomach, just so you see the anatomy, you got like the digestive system, it starts like it's about 32.5 feet long. So we have 32.5 feet wrapped up from the this twisting tube from our esophagus, which is the food tube, all the way to the anus. And it consists of the stomach and then the small intestine. And from the small intestine, it starts with what's called the cecum, and then a large colon, and then finally to the anus. So there's a lot of stuff there, but when a person gets a sleeve, they remove a part of the stomach. Therefore, they're going to have a lot of problems, because they're going to have malabsorbency, which means that they're not going to be able to absorb the nutrients from the food. So you will see a lot of these people with these different, especially with the sleeve, they lose their hair. They have changes like folliculitis in the skin. They have other problems with regulation of bowel movement and the texture of it, which means a lot of times it can be like a diarrhea effect, and so forth. Anyway, yeah, I don't ever suggest that, because that's like so permanent. And the thing that they don't do when they give you surgery is that they don't do anything for the brain. So, you got people that got work on their body, but they still thinking these same thoughts that got them there in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow. You know what? That is very, very interesting, because my wife has had surgery, and even on the brain. And you're right. They think that they're able to do the same as they normally did, but you've been altered in a sense.
Yes,
And in her case was a brain, or some person may have had some type of surgery, like you said. And I think the medical field should work with people more on that issue to help them to understand that there's a major change that just happens in your life. You know what I'm saying?
And
It
if
ain't
you
like
continue,
you ready to get a heart transplant
right.
and you go around a marathon.
If you continue with those habits that you did, then you're going against the surgery that you just did.
Exactly.
Right. Are you? Go ahead, Ms. April.
And Diva Dee, but you lost a significant amount of weight without having any of those type of surgeries.
Absolutely.
How did you do it?
I moved more than I ate.
Okay. There's your answer right there for free.
Right. My doctor said, if you continue on this journey, another 5, I was on my way to 300 pounds. And he said, if you stay there, you're going to be a diabetic. You're going to have to use insulin. And I said, the devil is a lie. Mm-hmm. And he put me into Weight Watchers. He also enrolled me into swim aerobics. And
You swim, Diva?
Swim aerobics.
Oh, swim aerobics in the water. Just
in the water.
moving around like I'm swimming.
Right.
Okay.
That might be a little twerk in the water, but so that was how I did that. Thank you. And no, I wouldn't want to do all of what they were doing. I had a friend that she got something to that weight thing, and she said that they had to break her ribs in order to have
break
that.
her ribs.
Yes.
So Dr. Z, is that common that they have to break
your ribs?
No, it's not common, but there are procedures that that they do some strange things as far as modification, and that even goes with like panellectomy. Many people get the panis, like the panises, when at the bottom of the stomach that kind of laps over your thighs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Panis.
Can you do something with that?
A lot of that stuff. A lot of people, when they get the gastrointestinal surgeries, they also throw in like the pants. It's called a pants technique, where you cut all around the waistline and you pull the person's skin up from their legs, and you sew that on, so the umbilicus, the navel.
Is this a Frankenstein
removed.
move? What the hell are we talking about here?
You have to sew all of that skin is all together, and then they have to, they can put your navel anywhere you want it. What? It's quite an undertaking.
You never know where the Diva Dee Worldwide show go.
Wow, you just blew my mind when you said that. Wow.
Yeah, it's quite an undertaking.
Does medical insurance pay for these operations?
See, that's why that's the whole game, is that, if people want to pass, like the signature that I'll put down for people is very important, because this says that you have been accepted for this particular surgery. But they make them jump through a few hoops. Unless you have cash, you can just go and get it. But those people that have insurance, that want the insurance company to take care of all of it or most of it, it's
A little hurt.
like I said, it doesn't, a lot of people, like there's one young lady, she was overweight, and she had a lot of surgeries on her body. Now, when you look at her dressed up, she looks magnificent. She has like her boyfriend, they come in, they dress really sharp, and just incredible, because you can dress up. A lot of people can get sharp in clothes, but when they take off of the clothes, there's a lot of alterations that are made. And, I guess if you're married or you're in love with a person, you don't, that doesn't make a big deal. But
I don't know. One leg would probably kind of be a problem with me, but
Lord Jesus.
if you got if you got a prostate, I still love you, baby, with your clothes on.
Oh, Lord.
oh,
I think Conway West's mother had that surgery, and I think that's why she passed away.
What,
Yeah,
top
she
of
died.
the
She died from
sleeve?
that.
I don't know if it was a sleeve, but I know that it was a weight loss
Well,
surgery
it was a big issue when people were getting that a lot of people were
Yes.
dying from that procedure. Because my wife wanted to do that, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, and we had a council member, Brenda
We did.
Scott.
She was so beautiful,
Oh,
too.
yes, she was.
And Dr. Z, that's what I didn't understand in regards to her plight, because if you met Brenda Scott, she was a beautiful person, not just on the inside, but the outside too. You would look at her and you would deem her as being beautiful.
Right.
But in her mind, she felt that she needed to be smaller in order for her to, I guess, feel beautiful. And so as a result, I remember pastors and people were going to her because they was grievous that she wanted to have that surgery. And I remember even the pastor that I was serving, he had a private meeting with her to try to let her know, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're awesome. And he was like begging her, he said, I feel like you're like a daughter to me, and please don't get that surgery. He said, I just don't feel comfortable with
And
you
I liked
getting
her
the
face.
surgery.
She was cute.
She was
I didn't
beautiful.
worry about her weight.
Yeah, she was
She's a
gorgeous.
beautiful black woman.
But Dr. Z, what happens with our mind that we can't see the beauty that other people see in us? Because she obviously could not see what everybody else could see.
yeah, that's a great point. I'm glad that you brought that up, because, one of the things that that's important, and I think this is for everybody, is that first of all we need to heal before we go into these alterations. People are so broken and so disconnected with the peace that they make with themselves, and accepting themselves for the things that are invisible about them. We're caught up on the way that we look, our hair, our shape, and all of those things. But the most powerful thing about individuals are the parts that you can't see. We had Jaya Khan. Jaya Khan was. These are some of the world's greatest models. Gorgeous women. This was a British Indian actress. She committed suicide. He had another model. Her name was Sibile Dorsa. And she, in 2011, she died. Jay Khan died in 2013. In 2011, the Brazilian actress, she did the same thing. Pardon? Oh, I thought hers.
No.
But they I'm getting feedback. That's what that is. Okay, so Syllabe Dorsa, she actually died. She had fallen out a window from the 7th floor. You had another person that had jumped off the 15th floor. Her name was Jennifer Cornet Vitorino. You had another Japanese glamour model that took her life, and her name was Musumi Fujisaki, and she died, and she jumped again in her from her apartment. She was 24 years old, and just what a couple of weeks ago, another
Miss America, Miss USA.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. 25th floor.
So these a lot of times when people are ill, and people are ill, and they're ill, they don't heal. They take that illness into a relationship with them, and it continues to live because they didn't stop long enough to allow themselves to heal. So you have like millions of people that are walking around with anxiety and clinical depression and PTSD and all types of mental disorders right here, right now, that are accepted as being functional. So that's why you can hear a story about a person that never did anything to anybody, but now he brings a rifle to work with him and shoots up the place.
Man, Dr. Z,
So
you're amazing. You say so much stuff that I would ask you on my show, but you just giving it out to make me refortify these statements that you're making. But in our black community right now, we are seeing a lot of suicidal tendencies. People are not being able to compete, are not being able to cope with society. In your field, are you seeing a more differential between white Americans and black Americans, Latino Americans, as far as the mental stability of themselves?
Yeah, I especially with black people definitely show a higher propensity for mental illness than any group of people, and I think a lot of that just stems from slavery. We never ever, we never got a chance to heal. So like if even the day after we were legally free, a law went into effect to what was that? It was called the vagrant law. No, I think it was the vagrant law, and that was a law that if black people were found walking, which a lot of us did, because we didn't know where to go, we just know we were free. Right. Then we were arrested, and then we ended up being separated from our families. Again, men were sent to another prison, same, a different look at a different take on the plantation, and all of that stuff ripped these families apart. The hanging of fathers in the front of their wives and the front of their children. We never healed from that. And we continue today with sort of the same type of hanging, except it's in the form of a gun shooting a person in the back, or all these other different atrocities that have happened, that are openly and bluntly arrogant, like Freddie Gray and the rest of them. It was just horrible. When we're to the point that we can be so afraid of the police, what they would do as we're looking at a man be killed right in front of us, and we got white people and people that want to be white that are protecting them. We're not even civil. We're not. It's not even a point of civility. It's just a point of just non-civil people that continue to accept what the government or what our laws allow us to do.
Oh,
right. Diva, like y'all blowing me away with this. This is a hot show today. How did you feel? How did you feel about that officer this week that got 24 months for killing that young black man? And the judge sit back and cried and came down there and hugged her right in front of his family, mixed or not. You showed no compassion. You told the people to have compassion for this woman that killed this boy.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get that mentality to change when we got our young men out here?
I feel the same. I feel the same as I do about, all the other brothers that's been killed and shot and wounded and beaten up and all the other unfair activities that we witnessed in our lifetime. I feel the same way. I feel that we have been disenfranchised, and I feel that it's not going to change until we change. I think right now, if we don't have enough right this moment. We're not organized enough to protect ourselves if we had to go to war with anybody. We're so scattered. We got Negroes over here, and you got African Americans over here. You got the upper class over here. You got the no class over there. And you got all kinds of divisions that we have,
right.
And we don't really, in our churches especially, I think is a wonderful opportunity to amass unity and oneness with ourselves, and for us to bring together a way to spread unity. But instead, it's the same thing as chasing that money and getting, it's like monetizing everything. So they monetize religion, monetize food, monetize education, all of those things, and all of that. A lot of times they can be in the name of God. We're doing this for God, or it just is sickening, because we have a lot of great pastors, which are community leaders essentially, but they abuse their authority.
Right. Absolutely.
And I believe, and this is just me, that until we do what our ancestors did and go to the polls and vote, there's not going to be any change.
But they scaring us. Look at that woman down in Texas.
How could they scare us?
She tried to do the right thing, and she doing 8 years. She doing 8 years.
Help me
Why?
out, Mr. Sandman.
Why is she doing 8 years?
But help me out, Mr. Sandman. Our forefathers, their lives was at stake.
Yeah, I agree.
Their lives was at stake, but they deemed that it was more important for us to have rights than it was for them to worry about their life.
What did you think about the comment that Kamala Harris made yesterday, saying that we in America fight for the rights of other people to have the freedoms of freedoms? And I was sitting like, girlfriend either had a cocktail or she didn't drink her medication or
She's
what?
Right.
Because I'm saying, how can you say that we're going to step into a country that's trying to fight for freedoms, but we in the country, we don't even have voting right freedoms?
Because we as a people don't go to the polls. Now, there are some people that will fight for other people's rights, but they won't fight for their own. I'm
talking about that woman down there in Texas in prison right now for feeding somebody or giving some water to a person in line.
What did we complain? Did we call our congressmen? Did we call our representatives?
Are we on the street?
Are we? We're not on the streets. We're not doing it.
Nobody is mad about that. Nobody is angry enough about that. But I agree wholeheartedly.
But somebody is sitting in jail right now, Diva, now for doing something to help you to vote.
And that's what she's saying. What did we do? So instead of the three of us just sitting here talking about what they're doing overseas, we need to be doing something for her right now that's down there.
I agree.
We vote, and then we have to hold those accountable. And if they're not doing what we voted them in, we vote them out.
And we have to band together. Like, for example, Diva Dee. I can use her as an example. Diva Dee, it was unfair that you put Whoopi on punishment because she a grown woman.
For 2 weeks.
And you put her on punishment, but you still got Charlie Sheen stuff on TV. Two men and a guy, a boy, whatever it is. And he's already done said that he's done infected women with his girlfriends with HIV, having unprotected sex with people. But you still showing his shows. You took down Bill Cosby stuff.
Oh, man.
But you still showing Charlie Sheen getting drunk and all this other stuff before the people. You didn't take him down at all. And he has said publicly that he infected people who he had sex with a virus.
But see, that's the same thing as what they did to us.
But with Diva Dee, when she said, "Oh no, we not gonna put up with Whoopi getting put on punishment," and so she posted, and so I said, "Okay, if Diva Dee posted this, then it's my obligation to follow suit." And she said, "Call." Guess what I did? I called.
And what did they say?
We called ABC every single day.
Every single day.
Every day.
Did they give y'all something?
To say, wait a minute.
She came back on before her 2 weeks was up.
Yes, because people were upset, and people said, and this country said, wait a minute, too many people complaining about this.
Diva Dee went on all of those platforms. We are not going to watch The View. In fact, I went on TikTok and they banned me.
Not the diva.
They banned me on TikTok. But I went on all platforms. We're not going to watch The View. We're going to stand with our sister. And here is the number to ABC. Call every single day. Vigilant.
And that's what I did. Now, did I go on and say, well, I'm going to do my own thing. Let Diva Dee have the people call in. But instead of me supporting Diva Dee in her venture, let me just have a sit-in. No, because numbers mean something. And until we get to that point where we say, I can connect with Diva Dee and make her plight more impactful instead of going on my own agenda
and be spread out
all around, then that doesn't mean anything.
Do you think these social media networks are split? Meaning,
no.
I mean, like, I'm hearing this white Facebook, black Facebook, white TikTok, black TikTok. Do you feel like it's a difference in the way that we're on these platforms to be able to generate or to acknowledge to people? What? Because I know a white boy in my position would be super famous, but I got to work even harder.
But wait a minute, this is the problem. We in Uncle Charlie's house.
There you go.
Let's be perfectly honest.
Yes,
we're in Uncle Charlie's house. And the sad part is that we have phenomenal programmers. We have awesome developers. We have awesome creators of social media. We have awesome, intelligent, phenomenal men and women that could create our own social media
But if you
platform.
deny, prevent,
But guess
avoid,
what we did? Let me tell you what we did. Can I tell you what we did? We took Black Planet that was owned by a black man
Right.
and said, I don't want Black Planet. Let me do Facebook.
Right? You're right. Because you thought you was going to be on a higher planet.
I don't want Black Planet.
Right.
Let me do Facebook. I don't want Tom Joyner had a platform for years.
Yes, he did.
Black America. I don't want Black America. I want TikTok.
Yep.
He took over the cruise line, took a whole ship.
And we could have put all of us on. You understand? We could have took our asses to Africa.
And so in that, until we say to ourselves, let me make a difference. Let me do all I can do to make a difference. We're still going to be in the same situation.
Doctor, you agree with us?
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Because we don't know, man. We lost. We don't have them 2, 3, 4 degrees you got. We just common folk.
The most important one is the AF.
Oh, yeah, that's the most important. The AF.
The AF.
We're not going to forget that.
We at your graduation service. your commencement service. Did you know that you were going to be upgraded today? Dr. Z.
Dr.
AF.
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 Take that with pride. You worked for it.
Oh boy, I know this show be going everywhere, don't we, Dr. Z? I tell you.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
But we just need to have more shows like this that gives us the ability to have a voice. But when you break the networks and the platforms into two entities, this shouldn't be told to the white people. We are just give this entity over here just for the black audience, and like you said, it is
what
about
do we
numbers.
own? What do
Right,
we
it is about
own?
numbers. It
It's
is about numbers.
ownership.
And
And
we don't own
until we say, I like Uncle Charlie, but I want my own platform. You know that what is so significant to me. You know, you want to know who one of my mentors
Uncle Charlie
is?
help me out a little bit,
But
maybe
you-
about 6 months of my rent
No.
and pay my
No,
bills?
you know what's so phenomenal to me about this platform? Because one of my mentors is what sparked me to be in this platform as a producer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm praying that God allows me to go greater than her expectations.
Mm-hmm.
There's a woman by the name of Martha Jean the Queen
Oh, she used to come to my house and chill with my
That-
grandmama.
that
Yeah.
the people wanted to stifle her and wanted her to only talk about the topics and the things that they wanted her to talk about. She was in Uncle Charlie's house. She decided, I need to have my own house. And
Yeah.
she became the first African American female to have her own radio station that catered to the people.
And if you don't know Martha Jean the Queen, she knew my grandmother. They were thicker than thieves. And she used to have the blue collar workers.
Yeah.
Blue collar work. Martha Jean the Queen get on there and say, girl, don't let your husband come home and tell you he broke. Chrysler just got their profit sharing checks. Ooh, wifey didn't know that. Damn, why did you get on there and say that? You better make sure you get that money from your husband that's working at Ford. She was letting the people know.
But she owned that platform.
Yeah, she
so
sure
they
did.
could not tell her
What
to
to
do.
say.
Exactly.
And even as far, I have to give kudos to Diva Dee. To Diva Dee, she was in, and it's sad, and I'm saying this because it's sad. Diva Dee was given the opportunity to deal with the regulatory lines in regards to how we are divided as far as the congressional seats are concerned, correct?
Correct.
And so people was like, oh, that's so nice. But when Diva Dee said, you need to pay attention to this because it's going to impact us, we was like, oh, okay, that's so nice. She's on TV.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't listening to what she was saying.
And I feel the same way.
She
Yep.
was saying, hey, this is going to impact you African American sisters and brothers,
check it out.
especially if you live near Grosse Pointe.
And what happened? They didn't listen, and
And they did it.
and they did it. They rezoned everything, moved the lines, and
And girl, really,
and Detroit lost
to be truthful,
the two Congress people that they had.
I don't know when we go to vote.
We
What
don't
zone,
vote.
What zone am I in?
We
Do
don't
I go to the
vote.
same place?
We
I mean, how are
don't
you not
vote.
educating us when you're taking it away from
Because
us?
again, they looked at Diva Dee show and they said, "Oh, okay, when's she gonna do twerking for Jesus?" They did the. Oh, that's nice. Okay, go ahead to twerking for Jesus. But she was giving us information that was going to be beneficial for us, and she served a warning.
Yeah.
She said, "We don't have country clubs."
Nope.
And
We
they're not
don't
gonna,
have day spas.
and they're not gonna allow us, because I asked her the question. Well, since they are moving the line, does that mean that those people are allowed
Our children are allowed
to
that
go
they,
to their day spa?
No,
Are they allowed to go to their library? Since
no.
and so with that, she was saying those things, but we were so interested in. Okay, go ahead. Okay, get to the twerking for Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
We want to know about 50 Cent. 50.
50.
But
that
they
look
sure
like it.
talked a lot about that Bloomfield Country Club,
Oh,
and we didn't do nothing but work. and serve. Oh, that was history. History over 100 years. History of us serving you guys. Now you don't have a place to hang out and then restrict us from going to. Man, please. It is what it is. But this is America.
But as she was saying, I'm down there working. I'm down there working. I'm trying to get the information to help one another. Pay attention. Stay awoke. Stay awoke.
We sleep,
Look
girl.
at
I
know.
We unconscious. We ain't
right.
sleep. We unconscious.
Yeah, but they're moving things right in our face. They're relining things right in our face. And Martha Jean the Queen, she wouldn't have allowed that.
Oh no, she'd have put that straight out
right,
there.
Right.
And her and Coleman Young was like that, son.
Yeah,
They was
Coleman
like
Young.
that.
And anytime you
I
have,
know.
anytime you have a phenomenal woman, and she is an awesome woman, which serves us a red flag. It's a red flag to us. Anytime you have a phenomenal woman by the name of Brenda Lawrence saying that I can't do no more, I need to retire, that's a red flag to us.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. We're saying, oh, she served well, she's so beautiful, but no. If Brenda Lawrence is saying, I can't do no more, that's a red flag to us. That we need to wake up, because I promise you that the benefits that we had under Brenda Lawrence is not going to be the benefits we're going to have under this new regime if we don't vote the right person in office.
You're exactly right.
But see, the thing is, we have to get to these younger people that look at it like me and you are voting. Okay, they voted for Biden. What he done for us? And they get discouraged, and then they like, well, what's the use of getting ready to vote for Trump? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody is coming into office that we keep getting, as I say on my show, these crack-ass promises and these fake dreams.
But I don't think they're fake dreams. I'm just giving my input. This is my opinion. The opinions of this person is not
Okay, it's
regulated
surely
by the
not
DVD.
affecting Vit Radio.
And so,
Or the DVD
and
show.
so because number one, there is such a peace now. I don't know about anybody else. I got so sick of hearing the drama every day about Trump doing crazy and about just the craziness of what was going on. And so, and then with change is an inch by inch step, not a milestone by milestone. It's an inch by inch.
Right.
And you have to look at the dynamics of what a president has to go through in order to make change. For example, when Obama was in office, guess what? All of those Republicans said, no matter what he puts on the floor, we're going to reject
kill
it.
it. Right.
We're not even going to look at it. We're going to reject it.
Yeah.
We're going to reject it. And so in that, you have to teach your children the process and teach them that only Jesus does miracles. The rest of us have to go by the process. That our change occurs based on our dedication and our work ethics and us maintaining. We didn't, Rosa Parks, they think that, our children don't understand that it was months that their forefathers was walking or taking a ride with somebody. That it wasn't something that said, oh, she didn't sit on the bus, she didn't sit in the front. Oh, and then from there, the bus station gave us the right to sit in the front. No, it took months, and it took dedication, and it took it took months to the point that the bus station had to see that their bottom line was being affected by the people, the African Americans, not taking the bus.
Diva, do you feel like the children, our younger generation, all of us have religion, all of us know what's going on. Do you feel like it's diminishing in our young people, church, and belief in God and faith?
Absolutely not, because that was our job to give that to them.
But why are the kids so outrageous, so disrespectful
They're
to their
not.
parents?
They're
and all
not
these
no
things that I'm
more
seeing?
disrespectful or outrageous than the previous.
You mean us?
Right.
The ones that got hit over
We
the
was a
head
piece
with
of work.
a
Right.
We
frying
was
pan?
we was a piece of work.
Absolutely.
Let's be totally honest. We was a piece of work.
But we
And the
got
only
disciplined,
Only
though.
reason why we wasn't a piece of work was because we knew that our teeth was gonna be knocked in.
Or he
And
getting
some
hit
of
with an
us-
iron cast
And
skillet.
some of us still was a piece of work.
We were just as bad.
But
Just
they didn't
as
call it child abuse. Now they call it child abuse.
Oh, that's because we've gotten educated.
And even in that,
educated.
and even in that, I remember when my son was younger, I said to myself, my son has a teacher, but I should be the main person pouring education into my son's life.
Absolutely
Right.
right.
I shouldn't just depend on the teacher.
Exactly.
I
And they
should
use that
be-
for a babysitting service.
I should be the one to the point where I remember when my son had to do a paper for a high school, and they said we're gonna go over this certain format of a research paper, and my son said, "Oh, I know that." Well, why did he know it? Because I taught it to him.
Right. And while your children are looking for heroes, the hero is in the home.
Right.
Your parents are your heroes. Oh yes.
Not Jay-Z.
Oh, just,
Not Puffy.
oh,
Not Michael Jordan.
Is they paying the bill?
right.
No, but I got to get his shoes.
Is
And
they
you better
paying
help
the
me
bill?
pay for them.
No, are they paying the bill?
So no, I do not think that the generation right now have lost their religion or never had it or whatever. No, they have it. They just show it in a different manner. Where we were structured with our celebration, we were structured with our religion. We was structured, Wednesday Bible study, choir rehearsal, whatever. They do it different. I have to give a shout out to the Triumph church family. They do it different. They recognize that the people can't just get there on 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. He recognized that. And if you ever go to one of his services, you'll see it's nothing but young people. It's young people. And on a Sunday morning, 7:45 service, 8:45, 9:45, 10:45, 11:45, 12:45. And if you can't make any of those, hobble on down 75 and catch it in Flint. So no, the children, they still have Jesus.
They do.
And they still have
right.
hope, but they're not naive. You can't tell this generation
Just because
do what I say,
said.
do what I say, and not
Right.
as I do.
Right.
Because they're in their mind. Well, if it was so good for me to do, then
why,
you need
why
to
I couldn't
do.
say that without getting hit in the head with a frying pan? What? You ain't doing it like that.
But they're not
That's why I
saying
kind
it.
of got hit all the
But
time.
they're not saying it. But in their mind, you can see that's what they're thinking. You know, they're thinking that.
That generation
You
is a
was-
show
if-
me.
If you,
Right.
Show me.
Show me. That's
Show
what
me.
they say.
and
Show
they're
me.
very intelligent. They're very they're watchful, and they know fake and foolery when they see it. And that's the problem with the older generation, that you cannot fake and be foolery with this new generation. Because if you fake, they already see it.
They'll let you know.
They see it.
They'll
We're in that they want results. They want results, but they want to see it in us.
And they want to see it in real time.
Right, instamatic.
And I
Right.
remember one of my papers in school, they asked to write about your hero. I wrote about my dad. Did my dad cross the Red Sea? No, he didn't. Did my dad cure cancer? No, he didn't. But my dad was a skilled tradesman, was a die setter. That his greatest passion was to provide for his children and for his family. That he was willing to work 2 jobs to put his kids through private school. And so that was my hero. So in my mind, Superman. What?
And some leotards.
What? Superman.
Being your hero.
What? Spider-Man being bit by a spider and doing crazy. No, my dad is doing the work right here in my face. My mama is doing the work. Wonder Woman. What?
That's why I don't like Santa Claus. You mean to tell me I'm out here busting my butt and you gonna tell me about some fat man coming down the chimney we don't even have in our house? What we talking about here? Because you gonna get shot coming through the door or window.
Oh, Lord.
Come on now. You're right. We throw so much stuff in people's head. And a lot of people just want to be told what to do.
No,
There's not a lot of thinkers. There's not a lot of thinkers.
It is a lot of thinkers.
I don't
but
see
you
'em.
have to be able to receive their opinion.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There is a lot of thinkers.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to listen and to receive the things that they're saying when they're right.
I can respect a younger person's opinion, but understand my 56-year-old opinion too when you 27 or 21. Because
it
I
should
can
be
give
a
you
blending.
valuable. I mean, we can do your new style as compared to my old style and combine to make something happen.
But you
when
got to
it's a
listen to
one-way
them
street,
first. You
Right,
gotta-
'cause
you got to
yeah.
see where they're coming from first.
Right.
You can't say, well, I've been on this block.
56 years.
56 years.
Oh,
Oh,
I've been around
slamming on
this
this
world.
I've been slamming on this. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear that the things that are in their head is important. That their thought process and the things that they are thinking about is important. That's what they want to see. That's what they want to hear.
They need to be important too.
The most misfocused person is a drug dealer that's making thousands and thousands of dollars with the idea that he may either get killed or he may either wind up in jail. The reason why I said he's a misthought, because if he's brilliant enough to do that mastermind as far as business is concerned, he was never given the opportunity to express himself in business in the corporate America.
Yeah.
And if he's just that brilliant, guess what? He's going to make a corporation, a multi-billionaire corporation.
Yeah,
But you know what the problem is? We don't listen to him. We cancel him out. Oh, he's a drug dealer. He's a thug.
Well, I'm not, and I'm an investor, and I try to tell people how they can survive and how that America, if you're an investor such as myself, I got 17, 18 different stocks, major companies. I'm talking about Mercedes. I'm talking about Tesla. I'm talking about all these big companies you just do. But here's the thing that I was trying to tell people. You broke today, but you got $1,200 in your stock portfolio. Well, guess what you do? You go to each one of those stocks, take you $100, $200 out, or whatever you need the money for, and shoot it to your bank account. Tax free. Can't do nothing to you. Because it's the law they made. I'm an investor. I don't have a job.
But you still got to listen to them first.
Hey,
And you got to open up the door for them to be able
spend
to.
$8 million and I'll probably listen to you.
And guess
You
what?
just spend 15.
And guess what? They're not going to listen to you.
Yeah, well,
Because their thoughts are just as important as a person that has $8 million.
stop asking me
$8.
for money.
Stop asking you for money.
Stop asking me for money, and I will listen to any opinion you want.
Mm.
I'm thinking about
No,
doing this business.
no.
Can you get $100,000?
You got to you got to
Your,
listen.
your mind got to be open.
Yes, it has to be
Girl, there's
open.
nobody had no open mind for me. When
Because
I
you
got
have to
these-
think
But you-
that
What?
creation.
I made Sam 44, man. Ain't nobody made Sam 44 piling him up. I mean, I got some people working with me now who love me, but
And you want
nobody
and
put
and
me
you
in my
and
position. I had to do this.
okay, and you want somebody to follow in that footsteps, or don't you want to make it
No.
easier for the person coming behind you?
Sometimes, Diva, when you let people get it easy, they take advantage of it and they get comfortable and they have no determination. They have no effort. They make no. So, for instance, I don't have a place to live. I want to come to your house, get myself together. Saying, man, I got you. Even as soon as I get paid, as soon as I get some money, I'm going to give it to you. Now, I'm at your house one day to 1 year later. Hey man, what's going on with you? Is you a man? How you ain't got no money to get you a place by now? We get comfortable because we don't want to have that
But we don't
responsibility.
help them work out the plan.
Right.
The plan.
We don't help them work out the plan.
Who helped you work out your plan?
My mom and my dad helped
Okay,
me
I
work
didn't have
out the
nobody
plan.
help you.
I'm,
Me.
so
Who
I'm
helped
saying,
you?
My parents.
right?
Okay, see,
we
there
we
go.
we,
Two
we
out of three.
But we have people that are there to help us work out the
Mm-hmm.
plan.
Because you're not going to just come in to my home and not have a plan on how you going to get back out of here.
Right.
Wait a minute, get back out
And
of
so-
where?
Out of
so-
my home.
No.
How you going to get your home?
And so,
Okay,
No,
when you came in, you said, I'm homeless.
Yes.
I said, okay, I got you.
Okay.
Okay. When you come in, we're having a conversation on how you going to put A, B, and C together so that you can stand back up.
A,
And
I
like-
got 3 hots in a cot at your spot. And then B,
No, like-
I got
like-
lights and gas at your
no,
spot.
like for example, when I was a caseworker, they called it so many things. They called it JET. They called it human services. They called it
Right.
all kind of stuff.
Right.
And I remember, I said I have a mission that anybody that wants to go to college, I'm gonna make sure that I do whatever I possibly can to make it happen for them. And so the one girl came to me and said, "But I got a child and she scored high in her testing." So I said, "We're gonna make this happen." How can I make this happen when I got a child? I worked with her and I said, "This is what can happen." I said, "You can get because you get a grant, and when you get a grant, guess what? They're gonna give you a dorm, and you and your child can be in a dorm. And when you and your child get in the dorm, guess what? The college has daycare, so you can drop your child off at the daycare while you're in school and while you're working." Now, she didn't have that plan at first, and she couldn't see that. Only thing she could see is I got a child. And there's no way that I can go to school right now with a child. But we as a people have to help them create and do the plan. And when they see it, I promise you, when they see themselves better and when they see themselves moving in that direction, then they're a better person.
Jump on in, Dr. Z.
Yeah, Doc. Well, you the doctor.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying the conversation. One of the main things that I definitely agree with, and that is plan. I don't care like what all the views that we've been talking about. Anything without a plan isn't something that somebody's taking serious. So if you take a plan is like a dream with the start date, the service, the end date. So like a lot of things we're talking about is for like when it comes to even politics, like we keep on repeating this stuff because there's no plan in place. There's no, what are we going to do? Okay, now that we got that, now what do we do? Now that this is happening, what do we do? One of the things that happened when Trump was in office is that anybody that wanted to know about, I learned more. I'll just put it on me. I learned more about politics than any time that I've been alive because there were so many lies and so many mishaps and so many things that I had no idea. I saw Congress. I saw the House of Representatives. I learned about the whole Senate. All of those things that I wouldn't have learned if this guy wasn't the fool that he is. But when it comes to us making a move to make progress with either the young people or our communities, is about having a plan and then executing that plan.
Right.
And lastly, having something in place that keep us consistent, because we can see a person get killed and there's so many other things that distract us that it's not that it doesn't become important, but we're distracted in doing other things that is negated. So if we had a plan is essential to success.
Exactly.
We got to have you on here again, man. Part 2, part 3, part 4.
He's on every first Sunday.
Well,
of
I'm gonna
the
make sure
month.
I'm here. Hallelujah, first Sunday. Cause man,
Thank you.
you
Yeah,
are
I
the
love it.
man.
He is a regular. He is my friend, and
Yes,
he's
he
on
is
every
the
single
bomb.
month.
I sure wish I get you on Detroit Raw Live. We really get down for real. It's a religious show. I'm keeping it cool, but man, you got some good ideas and you got some good commentary, and I really appreciate you being on here with us and getting the people your knowledge of everything that we going through out here in this society. What you think about Diva?
I love him.
Yeah, you said it's your man's.
Yeah,
That's your
don't
man's.
ask April.
Well, not like that, but
don't ask April what she think. Don't ask April.
Don't
ask me.
I need to talk to him personally.
Don't ask. Don't ask. Sandman, before you go, open your book back up because you
my
did not
peoples.
do right. You
Yeah,
did not
I
do
forgot
your.
all my peoples out
you
there
didn't.
around
You
the
didn't
world.
say hey to your people.
Shouts
Hold
out
on.
to everybody that's around the world that listens to you, man. I'm sorry I wasn't here Thursday because of the snowstorm. But shouts out to Baby Girl and Sister Word and Motor City Granny from the D, which is today is Sunday, so I know they're watching this. Tony and Harlan. Tony, I'm glad you're feeling better down there in Cincinnati, Ohio, fighting your cancer and everything. And Harlan and Gerald and Kareem. And y'all make sure y'all help them out. Tracy Ware out there in Columbus, Ohio, and Brandy and Melanie in Houston, Texas. James and Dow and Tony and my grandbaby Chastity down there in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm sorry we didn't make it today because I sure wouldn't be here today, but it was bad. So, hey, God moves in mysterious ways. Doris Garrett and Ruby Manuel and Kalia Frazier down in Atlanta, Georgia. Mark, Bridget, and Tampa. Good to hear from you, Mark. And we're going to keep that going. And Fat Baby Boy and my grandbaby Fat Cheeks right here in Detroit, Michigan. Doris Miles and Leslie Presley all the way out in New York. Valerie and her daughter in Vegas. Kivana and Carla in Chicago. Mian here in Detroit. Melanie Renee, make sure you check her out. Tomorrow, Monday, 7 p.m. right here on vitradio.net. Mia from The Sting. Miss Bailey. I know she listening today. Miss Bailey is just as religious as you. I don't think she twerk for Jesus, though. Miss Queen Esther and Big and Little Mama from the Wilma Miles Foundation. That's the foundation of my mother, and I'm glad Diva Dee told me to say something about this. Shouts out to my New Hope organization that is opening our new school, The Inspiration, which I am the chairman of that school that will be opening tomorrow. It is beautiful. She's doing it, and y'all stand by. Y'all check me out on that on Thursday. And everybody that's tuned in to your man every Thursday, and everybody that's tuned in to Diva Dee on Sunday, thank you very much for tuning in to our show.
And you had a birthday party in Pakistan?
Yeah, girl, look.
He almost jumped out of the seat there.
They had me, Doc. They had me a birthday cake, a heart birthday cake. They lit it up with candles. They had chips. They were sitting back partying to me for my birthday all the way in Pakistan. Man, I ain't never been in Pakistan a day in my life.
You have a foundation there.
Yes, they love me, and the school is opening tomorrow, February 20th. And shouts out to everybody. Time zone is about 9 hours, so they're in the evening now. But I'll try to see. But tune in Thursday, and I should have some video and pictures for y'all to check out your man's new school.
All right.
What we doing over here next week, Diva?
Well, we're Miss April. What? Go ahead.
No, we are celebrating.
That's
next
what I was
week.
going to say.
But go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, tell us.
Next week, the entire family will not be here. We will be down at the International Institute at 3 p.m. celebrating our CEO, Mr. Glenn Cannon.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We won't be here.
Right.
The 27th.
Right. He is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. And
Yep.
we are so proud of him. And we're going to be in attendance. So next week, we will not be here the first time.
But y'all
Whoa.
can come. You can come, April. Can they get some tickets still?
Yes, they can.
Tell them
Tickets
how
are
we can get it.
$20 and more at the door.
And you don't want to get the more because Glenn is greedy.
Well, I don't know about that, but that address is 11 East Kirby, International Institute, Sunday, February 27th. We are so proud of our CEO, and congratulations, and we're going to be there so that we can witness him getting a Lifetime Achievement Award. That's special.
I've been at least around the quarter part of it. Yeah, all right.
Oh, well.
Yeah, all right. But hey, shouts out to my brother. And he's doing his thing. And y'all make sure that y'all get those tickets. How can we get some tickets? Can we call the studio?
What they can do is they can go to the day of. The tickets are, if you purchase your ticket ahead of time, ahead of the show, the tickets are $20. At the door, they're $25. And so they will have to, at this time, go to the International, what is it called again? I'm sorry.
International Institute,
and they can get tickets there. There are two shows. One is the show that we all will be at the, what time is that one?
The doors open at 3:15.
At 3:15, and then there's another show after that. I think it's at the 7 o'clock. Is it on that flyer?
No.
There's another show, I think, at 7 or at 8 o'clock. And so we are celebrating the Lifetime Achievement Award for Mr. Glenn Cannon. Yay!
11 East Kirby. Check it out.
And then also, can I have a second of your time?
Absolutely.
We are encountering some issues in regards to YouTube, and to help in that regard, because our CEO, Mr. Cannon, is fighting for our rights in regards to that matter, that the shows for the next 2 weeks will be on the Glenn Cannon YouTube site. And I'm going to spell that Glen Cannon, Cannon, YouTube site. And then we also are publishing those particular shows on each host Facebook site. But there is a remedy to this matter, because there is a wonderful platform called Mixcloud, Mixcloud, Mixcloud. That is a free application to our viewers and our listeners, because our wonderful CEO pays the subscription for our viewers to be able to take advantage of that platform. So we're asking you to download the app, go on your app store, and whichever platform you have, Apple, Android, whatever, and look for Mixcloud, Mixcloud, and install that particular application to your computers, to your phones, to any of your tablets and all those other wonderful equipments that you have. And then you will be able to see it live, see our shows live as they are being produced each and every Sunday and all during the week on the Vent Radio Network. We are on Mixcloud. We are called Vent Radio 313. And peruse through, and you will find that, number one, that this application is an international application where you will see all type of shows from all over the globe. And I promise you that once you peruse through, you will be most satisfied. As an artist, as a podcaster, as a social media entity, we are excited about Mixcloud, because we can have our shows the way we want it, speak the way we want, talk the way we want, play the music the way we want, without it being interrupted.
Now, we're also on a couple more platforms.
Yes,
we're on
Twitter,
Twitter,
Twitter, TuneIn.
Roku.
We are now trying to work through the Clubhouse entity, where we will be able to tap into the Clubhouse. We're working through that, and so there's more to come in regards to that matter.
Okay.
And you can check us out on Firestick TV, Vent Radio, and also our spot and Facebook Live, and also Spendy and Skype. It just because one platform did what they did, we do have many that you can entertain yourself and enjoy our network and enjoy our work that we do here at VentRadio.net. So
Okay.
keep that
And
in.
on this Thursday, myself, I don't know if you have the picture. We will be having a Zoom book release. I am a author. I'm a co-author.
Oh, look at you.
All right, all right. On Thursday, we will be having a Zoom book release. And the title of the book is Unlock Your Hidden Treasure. It's Time to Shine. And my chapter is, it's phenomenal. I'm not even going. Look at it.
Sell that book, girl.
I'm selling it. I'm selling the book.
Keep
I'm
them
selling.
in suspense.
Okay. And pardon me, nothing personal, but I'm a Euro star.
Oh.
Now, have you heard of a Euro? Thank you, Dr. Z. I heard a little clap there. Thank you, Dr. Z.
Yeah, she out here, Doc.
And we will be having that on this Thursday at 6:30. And on next month we will have an actual book release in a building March 24th. And so I'm excited that these books are finally coming out. And my chapter, just a little teaser, does an analogy of a choo-choo train, an Amtrak train, and a Eurostar, as opposed to personalities in life. And it's 3 classmates that took a journey. So you have to get the book and see what your girl doing.
Check it out on Diva Dee.
Yeah.
But how can they get your book? Where can we go? Can we go to a website or something?
As of not yet, but
But you can tell us.
the book release will be coming out on this week, and then you can get your books from me. I don't want you to go to Amazon because Amazon is not going to have your autograph.
Signed autograph.
Right. You need a signed autograph. I need to touch every book that you get.
Well, get my autograph together because
Absolutely.
I'm into that. I got books that all galore with signed.
Right. I make sure all my books have a signature. Again, thank you, Dr. Z. I appreciate you coming.
Thank you, Doc, for coming and being with us.
And
Pleasure.
his book is Slaves of the Tongue. And this is just a wonderful tool. And my autograph, it says, Diva Dee, many more congratulations for your excellent work in the radio and the community.
Hey, Dr. D, I need one of those too. We see eye to eye, brother. So
Let me give out that information.
I
Yes,
got
sir.
you. They'll let you know how to get in
Okay.
touch with me.
No, he's going to give his information.
Website is
to get your book,
executivelifediet.com. The book is called Slaves of the Tongue. And the Instagram is _executive_life_diet_. And my YouTube channel is Executive Life Diet. So it's the Executive Life Diet channel, which, is definitely great to get a lot of free information. I have educational videos on it. It's really very helpful. And, there you have it. So please stay in contact.
Absolutely. Now, I want to take just a minute or two again to say happy birthday to
Thank you.
Leslie King and to you, Dr. Z, and to there's a lot of birthdays in February. That's in my family too. Yours was the 5th. Yours was Wednesday.
The 16th.
Right. And then hers today. And her book is When Angels Fight. And I'm going to just run fast through this book cover. Leslie King was only 15 years old when she was trapped in a life of prostitution. She became one of thousands of sex trafficking individuals in the United States, often invisible to regular people who knew nothing of seeing the underside of that life. Sold by men who promised love but delivered only heartache and caught in a drug addiction to escape from the pain. Leslie's life offered little future and no hope. Then God spoke. And Leslie answered the call, putting all her trust in God to deliver her. She got clean, got off the streets, started recruiting other prostitute individuals. Today, Leslie is a passionate and hero advocate for trafficked women and girls in her community across the country. More than a gritty, no-holds-barred deliverance story, When Angels Fight also includes story of Leslie's has encountered in her work police officers, judges, and other advocates and activists. Leslie also arms you with what you need to fight alongside her to help make a difference in her own community, in your own community. Walk this hard road with her, and you'll grieve. You'll be empowered. You'll never be the same. World of sex trafficking is dark and filled with things that you can't only imagine and think is only on television. Leslie helps you to understand the sex trafficking can hit close to home and that any family can be impacted from it. This is an awesome book.
Happy birthday to you,
Happy
dear.
birthday.
Thank you.
All right.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. So, Miss April.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I want you to give the financial, the Cash App. If anyone likes to donate to our station to Empower
Sunday, what you can do is we have our own Cash App, which is called Empower or $ Empower Sunday 1. EMPOWERSUNDAY 1. And you can make your donation.
Wait a minute, how y'all come up with that? I just got $ Sanford D. Miles. Y'all got numbers and what's going on over
big
here?
time on Empower Sunday, man.
Yeah, I know y'all go from 7 to 12 in the morning, but I'm just saying, man, I just get one little hour on Thursdays. Y'all doing it over
big
here.
Time,
Hallelujah.
yes. Hallelujah.
And we've been in existence. Empower Sunday is over a year old. Over a year old.
And I'm 6 years on the farm.
Right.
Hey, they doing it better than I am, and I've been out here putting in time. But y'all we do give great entertainment right here at eventradio.net. We hope to keep getting you to come in and tune in to our services and our shows and our personalities. You will laugh. That's
Absolutely.
guaranteed.
And if you want to continue to help me, I got some donations this past week. I am ecstatic about that. Miss April, I had 2 friends call me and say, "What do you need?"
What?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
What do you need as compared to what can you do for me?
They said, "How's your show going? And what do you need?" And I said, "The show's going great. What do you need as opposed to your financial? Do you need some money?" "Oh, yes. My Cash App is $ Diva Dee 512. DIVADEE 512. And my phone went cha-cha-ching. And cha-cha-ching. So I appreciate.
You got
Hey,
some good friends, that's for sure.
Yes, I do. I have some good friends because they know that airtime is not free. Music is not free.
Where are these friends? Where can I meet them? Do they go around other people?
You got to hang out with the Empower Sunday.
Yeah, I do. I really do. Help me, Lord. I got to.
Right. And on Thursday, where can we see you?
You can check me out every Thursday, 7 p.m. right here on Vent Radio's Detroit Raw Live with your man, the one and only Mr. Sam 44 Man, where I kick it with all the activities that we got going on in our lives, in our communities, and with our people and our government. So you check me out this Thursday, 7 p.m., Detroit Raw Live right here on ventradio.net.
I mean, his voice go right into that radio voice, don't it? Dr. C, did you see he got his normal voice, and then when it's time, and now
I wish I could get Doc. Give me a prescription for why I can't get mainstream America to give me money like Joe Rogan, $100 million with my voice.
Well, we all trying to do that.
But really, would you really want to have the mentality of Joe Rogan.
No, girl, I blow him out the water. Joe Rogan ain't got nothing on me.
I don't want to have
Right.
the mentality of Joe Rogan.
No, it's just showing you how the difference is. Here I am, a good person.
But
do a
this
good
is what you need to
educational
do,
show,
Sandman.
But yet still, this
Do
cat making
you.
100
It don't make a
million,
difference.
100 million. Yeah, I got groceries too.
But you making it.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I gotta stop.
You making it.
$200.
You know,
for
my
groceries
father
yesterday.
would
Leave
say.
me alone.
My father would say you can either be a part of your own problem or be a part of your solution.
Well, I'm
Which one
trying
you
to
gonna be?
solutionize it best as I can.
Solutionize.
Liz say, man, you be throwing some words up there.
You got $200 worth of groceries.
Girl,
And
less than 10 bags.
okay, and when the cash register got finished, did you hand them $200?
Yeah, we had to.
Oh, okay then.
I see how you gonna flip the script.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I
Hey,
know.
I got a really good phrase for like when the person is talking about all it took for him or her to do. Use this. But did you die?
All right.
Oh, okay.
Because that's it right there. Did you die? And did you die for other people's sins? All right now. All right.
Hallelujah.
We're going to throw that Jesus right on in there. Did you die? Thank you,
She
Sandman.
not twerking for Jesus.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, April.
Thank
you,
you.
Diva D. And thank you, world, for tuning in to the Diva Dee Worldwide. We are out here.
Yes,
and we
we
had
are.
a great time with you all. Didn't you have love everybody today? Girl,
always.
you always, every time my crazy butt going, we laughing. But, hey, we look to see you all. Not next week. The week after.
The week after. Miss
Got you
April, thank you. Can you take me out?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Dr. Z. I love you.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Z,
Love you too.
We're gonna miss you.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, come on, man. Just call in on the next week's show, this week's show.
And congratulations on your new title, AF.
Yes, sir.
Take us on out,
Hey,
Miss
keep
April.
those degrees coming. Keep it coming.
We got big breeze up here in Michigan.
And thank you for the nuts.
Ken's nuts.
Ken's nuts. Ken's nuts. Pecan.
I didn't put none in my mouth yet. I'm going to let my
mercy.
wife fix it. Help me, Jesus.
All right, it's the end of my time. I got to go. I know I don't want to go. I know you don't want to go because we had a good time. Yes, we always have a good time. So my final thought is
Really?
Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. There is a time for everything. There is a time for everything. Everything under the sun. This is our season. This is my time right now. This is your time right now. So just be a blessing. Be a blessing to someone. Be a blessing to this radio station. Be a blessing. How can you be a blessing? Okay, this is what we got to do for some housekeeping. I don't want to say it, but it is. Cash App. Yep. Okay, Diva Dee Worldwide. Cash App. $ Diva Dee 512. All right, my kings and queens, if you want to just give a financial blessing, send $1, send $2, whatever it is that's on your heart. Cash App. $ Diva Dee 512.